Very welcome to this webinar. So now we are coming to the last one, and that's the regression module. That's a little bit more advanced. It's the same as nonlinear regression, because the linear regression is possible to do in the base module. We start with the benefit. Are you interested to use the result from historical information? And do you want to predict the future? Then it could be very interesting to use this module. So for example, maybe you want to predict something, the target variable is grouped. So in my example, if you are working with healthcare, to compare the sick and healthy people. Or maybe if you are working with customers, to see which customer do I lose. That's also called churn. So you can compare these, and that's also very important information. And then answer yes or no to a campaign. And the tree analysis could actually help me to find out interesting variables that I could use in the regression method. And I will do a short demo, and in this demo I will use patient material instead. The data looks like this. So here is my dependent variable, lymph nodes. This is 53 cancer patients. So I want to know who of them has got spread to the nodes. And that's the yes answer here, because that's more serious. And I think maybe it depends on all these variables that you have here to the left. And they are coded as 0 or 1. In the bottom of this file, you will see 3 new patients. And there we don't have any information yet about the lymph nodes. That's something that I would like to predict. So by using all the historical information about the 53 patients, I can use that information and predict these 3 new patients and get a risk for spread. And the command you find in the regression and binary logistic is what I'm going to use, because I have 2 groups that I want to compare. Very sick or not so sick. And when you go into the dialog box, you put your dependent variable in the top. And then you can also choose categorically if you want to create dummy codes, 0-1 codes. And you can also save the risks, the predictions, by clicking here. And I will show this. I go to Analyze. I go to Regression here and to the Logistic, Binary Logistic. And I put the variable with the 2 groups here, lymph nodes to the dependent, and then I put the other X variables to the covariates. And then click on Save to predict some probabilities and group membership, and then Continue, and then OK. And now we get the result here. And I will explain this result in the PowerPoint because it's very small here, the numbers as you see. First, you can see that I got 2 new variables with risk. And if I go to the bottom of this, you can see that these 3 people in the bottom has got some new numbers here. So let's go over and see how we should understand this result. So first, we have this table. That's the risk table, very important. So first, I used to just have a look on the highest risk. Here it is. It's on the X-ray result. So we can see that 7.7 times higher risk if you have positive X-ray result compared to negative X-ray results in this model. We can take another example that is maybe easier to understand, and that's this one, size of tumor. We have 2 of them, big or small. So if a patient has a bigger tumor, then it's 4.8 times higher risk for the spread to the lymph nodes compared to if you have small tumors in this model. And it's also interesting to have a look on the significance column, because here they should be under 0.05. Here it isn't. So what you do is to take away this variable and do the model again. How good is the model? That's something that you see in this classification table. This number should be as high as possible. The best is, of course, if it's 100%, but this is really good, 77%. And then we have the last 3 people here in the bottom of the file with the predictions. So you can see that this person, number 54, has a risk of 97% to be very serious sick. And the last one here has only 7% risk to be serious sick. So that's the prediction that you get directly in the program, in the module. So now we come to the summary of this. The regression to predict the future by using historical information. And you can send us some email with your questions